for like the third time today since midnight yesterday. So I thought, since Anisha's not home yet, I can be loud with my voice while recording this so you guys can hear me. So I'm gonna take you through what I've done till now. It doesn't look very different, I know, but let me explain to you what I've done. Okay, so I have sorted out through all of my notebooks and also drawing books, or just like plain stuff that I had that I could use to draw on, which I've been saving a lot of apparently. I'm gonna take you up there and show you. Oh, mother of God. Okay, so these are all my notebooks, and these are all my drawing books and like random scrapbooks, canvases. This is my mandala coloring book, writing pad, and another drawing book. These are basically stuff I can write in, draw in, so they are here. I have a lot of fucking notebooks. And the annoying thing is I've used like 1 or 2 pages of everything, so now I'm attached to it. You know, if I completely didn't use it, I'd consider giving it away, but now I need to keep it. And I don't know, I do use notebooks a lot, especially for work. I love writing stuff down in a notebook, so I'll use them up at some point, you know. This is an envelope of loose papers, craft papers, and just miscellaneous kind of pages. Okay, hey, why is this postcard here? I want it down. Anyway, I will do that later. I'll explain the postcard idea also later. Back here are all my frames. For some reason I have a lot of frames, just like frames to put pictures or drawings in. I'm keeping them back there. I want to use them at some point, especially since I've started painting now and I've realized I'm not too bad at it, so I can give it a shot. This has all of my embroidery items in it. It has all the thread that my friends gifted me for my birthday. It has the needles and stuff. So I bought some embroidery stuff even before my birthday, because I wanted to do it for a long time, but I never did. So this is what my friends gifted me. Thank you guys. This is what Anisha gave me actually. It's really cute. I'm gonna take you through it. So I gave her for her birthday. I hope you guys can see me. I'm gonna act like you can see me. Can you see me? I hope you can see me, and I hope you can hear me more than that. So for her birthday, I gave her a couple of gifts. I can't remember what they were now, but there was like a mason jar. I gave her a painting of Tuka and Bertie, which is a cartoon show that we watched together and I really like. And I identify the two of them in the show, Tuka and Bertie. They're two best friend birds that live together in New York City. I identify that as us, like me and Anisha. We watch a lot of those. We watch a lot of best friend shows together. Even Broad City is like two best friends who live together. They don't live together actually, but two best friends in New York City. So, you know, I think that's our thing. So I painted that for her. Actually, let me show you, because she's not in the house, so I can go to her room and show you what I'm talking about. And I was very impressed with that painting. Here it is. She's kept it right on top. That's Tuka and that's Bertie. Tuka is a more extroverted kind of bird, and Bertie is a little introverted, anxious, shy. They're both anxious. Like, they talk about mental health and sex and friendship and growing up a lot in the movie Career. You know, it's an amazing show, and they've recently renewed for a second season, so I'm supremely happy. Anyway, let me take you through it. So I gave her a couple of things for her birthday, and I gave her a really long note talking about our friendship and just all the things I love about her and how amazing she's made my past 2 years. I don't know, I'm really blessed that I have her. So I thought I should express it to her. So the next day after she got the letter, she didn't react to the letter, which is very us, I think. Like, I would text her and say thank you, but this was her way of saying thank you. She gave me a sewing kit because she knew I wanted to get into stitching. This is oh no, it's falling out. It's a pack of needles, and she had this all at home, I guess, because she literally gave it to me the next day. So I know she didn't go out and buy it. She just came up with it. This is a set of colorful safety pins, which is so cute. She gave me 2 little sewing yarn or needle, whatever. Not needle, thread. More needles. And the most exciting part, wait, it even has a fucking scissor. Look at how cute this package is. I haven't touched it because when she gave it to me, my finger was still fucked. I gave it, no. So I gave her gift on July 3rd. She gave me this on July 4th. And I think July 3rd and 4th is where my finger started getting fucked. So it's been hiding inside my cupboard since then. But the most exciting part is that it has these plain white hankies to embroider on. I'm so excited to start soon. I really want to get into embroidery. I've been thinking about it lately, like as a proper thing. Like I want to invest in a sewing machine at some point. They are a bit expensive, and they're the kind of investment where you can't just buy one and then not use it because it's expensive. So I have to really think about if I'm going to do it, and only then buy one. So I'm going to wait a month or two. वैसे भी पैसे हैं नहीं अभी तो, so it'll be maybe next year or something. Till then I'm going to try to develop this as a hobby and get good at it by using my hands. But yeah, it's a cute note. It says, Eads, hope this comes useful to you. There are some white hanky ready to be embroidered. Very cute. I realized recently that Natasha Nattu came up with the nickname Eads when we were in college, I guess. And I'm so glad that she did. It feels so natural. And I love that she calls me that. So after she made it for me, Harshal also picked it up. So Harshal and Nattu always only call me Eads. It's very rare that they call me Eden. So weird to say your own name. And then because Anisha became friends with Harshal and Nattu, she caught on to calling me Eads as well. So these three are the only people that call me Eads, and I really, really I appreciate that. It's kind of a, these guys are really close to me and mean a lot to me. So they get to call me that. And then I realized that Akshat also calls me that. I don't know how he knows that my friends call me Eads. I don't think he invented it. He could have invented it. But I really like that he calls me that as well. He's really cute. And even though I've known him for 5 years now, and we've not been in touch often, I can't help but wonder sometimes. We almost had a thing, and then we never did, and then it went away forever, and now we're back to talking a little bit. And he's so sweet, man. He's so fucking sweet. He's one of the rare nice guys. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. This is not a vlog about that. So yeah, I'm gonna show you where this goes. Oh mother of God, I hate getting up. Okay, so fuck. This goes in here. I hope I can do it with one hand. Okay, so this bag is for my embroidery stuff. I like putting things in separate bags and stuff, and folders, so everything is in one place and it doesn't keep getting lost, because there are 3 elements in that. There's a pouch, there's a pack of threads, there's my embroidery hoop. I even bought an embroidery hoop. I literally bought the embroidery hoop the day of my birthday, July 1st. And July 1st night, my friends came home and I'm tired, gave me the embroidery kit. So it was such a cool coincidence that they did that they knew that I was really wanting to get into embroidery, and then my finger got fucked up and I couldn't do it. Trust me, if my finger didn't get fucked up, I would be supremely thin right now. I would be an embroidery expert by now. My room wouldn't be this messy, because I just kept letting it get dirty over the last 2 months because I couldn't fix it. So yeah, embroidery stuff. Here I'm going to put all my painting and coloring stuff. So these 3 are my paint. This is poster colors. This is acrylic paints that my friends gave me. This also has a lot of acrylic paints actually. This is the stuff I kept buying over the last 2 years. It's not a set or anything. Oh, and it has all my brushes. Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah. So I need to actually go through all these paints because a lot of them have dried, So at some point, not right now. Abhi to time nahi hai. Today my aim is to just get my stuff off the floor and make this room livable and usable tomorrow. So more of the painting stuff is going to go up there, which includes my glitter pens. I really love my glitter pens. They are so handy. I think everyone should own a packet of glitter pens. You can literally do so much with them, and anything you do in them, even absolute trash, looks like magic. So everyone should have a set of glitter pens. I have color pencils that I literally never use, but they're the only set of color pencils I have, so I'm going to keep them. But if I don't use them for another couple of months, oh shit, it's missing some. Bancho. You know, I don't think these are mine. I think these are Maya's. I don't think I ever had color pencils. But he had kept a lot of his stuff in this house because he practically lived here and he did all of his assignments here, and I think architects need color pencils or some shit like that. And his dad used to run a stationery shop. I guess he still does. So he used to get a lot of stationery home, and he left a huge bag of stationery here actually. So I went through it one day after we stopped meeting, and I kept the stuff I liked. I think I did because I see a few markers and pens and stuff also that used to be his but are now mine. So yeah, I have a feeling that's not mine. But okay, there's more acrylic paint. I'm pretty sure these are all dry because these are from Thane. One second. Okay, so I looked through them and all of them are wet except for the blue one, so I threw the blue one out. But guys, I have to give a recommendation for this Camel Krylon Ultra whatever. I think Camel is really good because these were made in March of 2007 and they are still wet. I can still use them. They're not as liquidy, but they're still wet. So I guess if I kind of mix them a little bit and use them carefully, they will still be worthy of using, and I'm going to make use of them. But can you imagine something that was made 13 years ago? Fuck, this is probably the oldest thing I own in this house at least. Crazy. It still works. So the next time you guys want to buy Camel acrylic paints, try going for Camel. Okay, I'm gonna put this stuff up there and see you in a bit. I really guess I am a sucker for memory boxes. I don't even remember इसमें क्या है. This is when I think May of 2019 that I decided to leave Alliance. Like I was thinking of leaving Alliance, and Suchin and I sat in Janta, and I don't know where we got this paper and pen and all from in Janta, but we had it, and he made a list of pros and cons on why I should stay or why I should quit. And then we had a very crazy night. I miss those nights, man. I miss going out with my friends and just having fun. Anyway, I saved that because it's a nice memory. We had a nice time at Janta. He's the only person I would actually sit with and fucking make to-do lists and pros and con lists. So, and his handwriting. I don't think I ever attempted to read it after that day. Because I can't. Sorry, Sachin. This is when I just started Copper Boom. This is my Alliance ka notebook, what I used to use at work there. Look, upar is film ka work ka questions and niche is I was thinking about Copper Boom. I used to use all of my spare time doing other stuff. I basically didn't have any work there, so I used to sit and ideate for Copper Boom. It's really cute. I think this is the first few times I had done something. Select pictures for each item. Mark prices for each item. Decide order of the posts. Send pics and caption to myself by email. Fix the terms and conditions. Yeah, I think this is before the first drop I did. Pretty cool. I kept it because I want to remember the way I started out or whatever. Look, this is me calculating how much profit I should make on stuff. Cost price is the original price plus shipping. 100 plus 100, 200. Profit at least 300 on a good piece. Wow, I was very naive that time. Now I used to quote very little on stuff, and now I hike them like anything. Bad piece profit 100, good piece profit 300 to 400, great piece profit 500 to 700. Actually, I'm on the 500 to 700, not more. Who's Eli Shapiro? I think I was watching some kind of video. I don't think he's a good guy. No, that's Ben Shapiro. I don't know who Eli Shapiro is. 9 items, 150 cost price, 900 shipping price for. Oh, I was calculating probably my first drop or something. I made it 3,150 profit on 9 items. Not bad, yeah. Eaten, not bad. What is this? Oh yeah, this is me deciding the order of how I should post stuff, because I wanted to make a grid and I wanted to be like model, no model, model, no model kind of thing. I'm sure it was Nattu only. Yeah, it was all Nattu only. But yeah, I think I saved this because I wanted to see the humble beginnings of my shop. I probably made this a year ago because I started in September 2019. These are the posters I made also a year ago for the RA protest we went to. I'm very proud of this one. It's a pun on RAR BMC. And this is Nattu. It's the one I made for Nattu. She got a lot of coverage in this poster, so I was very proud of her. And then I have a little soap box. 1 second. Tell you guys, but I made a memorabilia box. This is all the stuff that I want to keep. It has a lot of my festival catalogs. This is the festival we worked on, the schedule of the festival we worked on. This one. Fuck yeah. Hi, sweetheart. Where did you come from? You finished your midnight vagabonding? It's not midnight today, but he'd gone for like an hour to look at stuff, I guess. This is the Berlin catalog from when I went last year. This is my Cannes catalog that I'm mad at myself for scratching because it's such a pristine. Let me show it to you. It's so beautiful. It's just, and I'm not opening that, sweetheart. Sorry. So they made this in a couple of different colors. I only saw orange, but I think I saw on their Instagram feed that they have, I think I saw orange in Smriti's stories or something. She had an orange one. I got a blue one. The orange one also looked good. It's so basic. I don't know what their ideology behind it is. I really want to know. Like, what is this? You know, why this box? Why this negative space? Anyway, I think it's one of the things I'm going to take to my grave. I don't ever want to get rid of it. I don't know. I'm very strange that way. I'm really sentimental about stuff that I've just acquired in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years maybe. But if it's from before that, then I find it easy to give away stuff. So that's good. That kind of ensures that I don't hoard way too much. I don't have the luxury of hoarding anymore. Hoarding is a luxury. Okay, this goes back in there. A lot of this stuff is my notebooks that I've used at different workplaces and have written a lot of notes in. So, you know, I want to keep them because at some point I want to go through them. It might come handy when I'm working somewhere and I want to know how I did stuff. This is something I need to give back to Suchin, but I don't have anywhere else to put it. And I'm not going to see him for a while. So it goes in there. Suchin, please remind me. I know you won't because we're both as forgetful as each other. This is the notebook I started Mami with. I wanted to take you through like the kinds of how long our to-do lists used to be. Like just for one day, Tuesday, 1st of May, I had all of this to finish in one day. And with how intensive they used to be, I would probably get done only this much. Look, I've only ticked like fucking 2 things. Anyway, this reminds me of a very stressful time. And I'm so grateful to be out of there. I also came across a page where I was making notes for the house. 1 second. So this is when I had just moved out, I guess. I made a list of things I need to do for the house. Maid, plumber, garbage lady, internet, vessels, all the things we need to buy, a drying rack. Need to figure out a maid, kitchen fan, cylinders, fix cupboard, column sink, groceries, list of what to buy. The other day I came across a list of about 44 items in another book that we needed to buy for the house to populate the house. It included lots of it included everything from spices and foods to dusters for the floor to a broom to wash the floor. It included literally like everything, and we had together one day gone to Sahakari Bhandar and bought a lot of stuff, I remember. So yeah, it's just nostalgic for me to see this and to see how far we've come. And you know, during my work day I must have taken out like half an hour to focus on work stuff, on home stuff, and me maintaining accounts for the house, bills, and there's Suchin handwriting again. Oh, this is when we went to Delhi. Suchin and I had to keep track. Basically, I used to keep track of his stuff on everything that he's paid for so that we can reimburse and get our money back. So yeah, it's a nice notebook. I want to keep it. This is a ticket to one of the, I think, most fun nights I've had in a long time, which is when we went to an opening party of this film called La Paranza de Bambini, which coincidentally later on my company Alliance ended up buying, which I don't know why we ended up buying it. He liked the film, but it clearly doesn't have any value in the Indian market, so I don't know why he bought it. But we went to this, Avya and I went to this party. We got super drunk, super sloshed. We had such a great time. It was like, it was the first time I actually felt like I was having a good European trip night. You know, I've always wanted that ever since I can remember. I've always wanted to like go to another country and pretend like I'm a local and have a very local night. And that night was that. It was just like 2 of us in like this white people party and everyone's dancing and drunk, and it was on a river. It was on the banks of a river, and it was amazing. I felt so independent and free. and we were partying till like 4 a.m. or something, and then we took a cab back. And I went to her house. She didn't live close to where I did, so we took the metro, the subway. We went to her house. I saw she had a very cute little Airbnb apartment in a very vintage retro looking building. You know those huge doors, and you have to open the door of the lock from inside, and when you go inside it's like a compound with the building on all four sides, like a courtyard in the middle. And she had this nice checkered flooring on, not in her house, in the stairway. Even the stairway was so fucking beautiful, and it was so quiet, and it was so quaint, and it just made me so, that day was just, it was beautiful. And I'm so glad Avia was with me in Berlin. I know I would have had a splendid time anyway, but having a friend there just did wonders. Like, she's amazing, and I miss her also, and I'm so glad she was there. And yeah, this night was one of the best nights ever, so I'm not gonna get rid of this very soon. And like, the thing is, because it was the opening party for this, pehle to the alcohol was free, so we were nicely getting sloshed for free. And the actors of this movie, I watched the movie the same day that this party was, because it was the premiere car day, right? So the day they premiere the movie, they have these parties. So after I watched the movie, I went there, and all the actors from the movie were at the party. So they were all there, and they were all, I remember I even talked to one. So the main guy, this guy, he acted really well, okay? And these are youngsters, they must have been 19 or 20 or something, 20, 25 at the most. And they were all at the party, and they were all dancing, and they were all looking really hot, because they were all looking really different, because in the movie they had their acting clothes on or whatever. And because I was really drunk, I had this courage from, I don't know where, I went and I started speaking to the main actor, and he didn't know English, but he was with a girl, I think his date, who knew English. So I went to him and I told him, you were really good in the movie. And he didn't understand me, so he said, tell her. So I told her, and then she translated and told him. And then he said, thank you, and he said something like, you look great or something. So I was like, oh, thank you, that's sweet of you. And that's it. And he went, and it was just such a sweet moment that I got to talk to the lead actor of the film that I just watched. And all the actors were there, and they were all kids. They were all like below 20, 25 years old. So it was really cute to even see them, you know. It was probably their first movie, and they're also enjoying it. It's not a German film, it's a... What film is it actually? I don't think it was a German film. They came from somewhere else. It's an Italian film. So they came from Italy to here for their premiere. So even they were having a great time, you know. Even for them it was like a very once in a lifetime or very new experience. So it was cute to see all of them dancing on the stage and having fun. And it happened in one of the bars, one of the clubs in Berlin that's really famous. It's called Fluxbau, and we didn't know it was famous when we went there. But a few days later, Avia and I were sitting in there's a square there, okay, where it's like the center of a huge mall where there are a lot of cineplexes. So we were sitting there one day taking a break from our films, smoking a cigarette or something, and some strangers came by and they saw us smoking, so they asked us for a lighter, and we didn't have a lighter. We just had a matchstick box that we picked up at Fluxbau. So Fluxbau was like giving away free matchsticks or whatever at the reception, so we picked up a few. And that lady, when we offered her the matchbox, she was like, whoa, you've been to Fluxbau? And we were like, yeah, we've been to Fluxbau. She was like, yeah, that's really cool, they're really fun. So I was like, so we were like, yeah, cool. That's when we realized that we went to one of Berlin's good clubs, and I guess, yeah, it's good because it's on a fucking riverbank. It must be good, must be expensive. So that was cute, and then we let them have the matchbox. They were really sweet. Everyone there is really sweet and nice and friendly and kind. There was another time where it was Valentine's Day, because we went in the beginning of Feb, right? So on 14th, there were these cute kids who were just roaming around giving out flowers to strangers. So they gave me and Avia a flower also, and then we took a picture with them. They had a catch though. They were trying to spread the word of God. They were giving out little notes with quotes from the Bible or whatever. But it was still sweet. We sat and we chatted for some time. No memory of what we talked about. But yeah, it was cute. Someday I should really talk about Berlin. I had such an amazing time. Though by the end of it I was really homesick, and I felt really claustrophobic for some reason. I really wanted to come back. I was nearly going into this deep sadness, for the last 2 or 3 days where I was longing to come back. I was looking forward to the day where I could just come back home, and that kind of scared me a little bit. Like, I was homesick even when I moved here for a few weeks, so it kind of scared me that why can't I live in another place for even 2 weeks on my own? How is it that I get so homesick so easily, you know? But yeah, that's that. Someday I'll talk about Berlin. Maybe. Okay. Didn't finish talking about all that I found in that little pouch. I found a very long to-do list. I do not know why I kept this. I'm going to give this away, and then I'm going to throw it out. I don't think I should keep this also. क्या करूँ रख के यार? They've already destroyed RA. Okay, that's going away. I found a list of women-centric film because I wrote a women-centric shows article for FMC last year this time. I'm gonna keep it just cause I did some research to find all this. It's actually a lot of stuff that I've watched. The last thing in it was a poem that Maya gifted me one day when he went to Pune to stay with him, and he'd written this poem. It's really cute actually, but it's funny and embarrassing because I didn't understand the poem at that point. So even though he very emotionally and sentimentally gave it to me, I read it and I was like, huh? So he explained it to me. Anyway, it says, यूँ तो मिलते हैं बहुत तरह, पर मन का मीत नहीं मिलता, मिल जाए मनमीत कभी तो उसका मन से दूर ना करनी. It's a poem by some poet. I don't know who. It basically means you don't meet a lot of people that are like-minded and you get along with. So when you find someone like that, keep them close. It's really sweet, and I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this. Not a lot of people gift you poetry, man. It's so cute. It's so romantic, and he was a very romantic person. I really think if I got to choose who I get to date, not who I get to date, if I got to, okay, this is an awkward angle. Oh, mother of fucking God, I hate folding my legs. Yeah, if I ever got to pick the kind of boyfriend I want to have, if I got to pick traits, I know that's stupid and silly and unimaginable, but if I got to, they would have a lot of Maya's traits. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm still hung up on him, and I don't want to admit it. I don't want to be. Okay. This is my memory pouch. A lot of memories. I'm not even going through this stuff. Oh, I did go through it that day. Yeah, I just shifted it to this pouch. Remember I put it in the Wild Bunch pouch? Okay, I've moved it to this because I want to use the Wild Bunch pouch for more important things. This is a pouch I don't like, so it can go in a place I don't see it. So many access passes, Mami ka. Just gonna keep it for memory's sake. सूरज की बाहों में बाहों में जिंदगी कैसी बाहों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में. I have a tiny crush on Farhan Akhtar right now. So every time I even sing this song, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, it kind of makes me want to watch Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. But I watched it sometime in the last 2 years only, so it doesn't make sense to rewatch it right now. So here is me getting rid of a couple of memories. I think in the next spring clean that I do, which I hope doesn't have to be too soon, I'll get rid of more memory stuff. I can't keep collecting boxes as memories. That doesn't make any sense. If I had the option, I would have put all this in Thane. But I can't, bro. So it stays here. अरे ये नहीं डाला मैंने. है क्या इसमें bro? अच्छा खाली है अभी. I can put Copper Boom stuff in this. I have. Oh my god! I need to figure out where the Copper Boom stuff goes. Oh my god! So overwhelming, guys. This is so overwhelming. I have so much shit. I always wanted this house to be free of clutter and just be a very basic minimal house. But so I once I'm done going through all of my stuff and packing this memory box, I will seal it and I will put it up there. That is a laptop bag that I do not need. I got free at some work event and I do not know why I took it. Jesus, excuse me. I should have just told them I don't want it. But you know that free instinct, middle class free instinct, मैंने ले लिया. knowing that I will not use it. I need to give it away. So that's that. I'm proud of this box. Now for the rest of it. This is all Copper Boom stuff, bro. Like, there's no place to put it in there. I don't know where it's gonna fucking go. I've left that drawer empty. So a lot of Copper Boom stuff is gonna go in that. So I'm glad about that. This is another box of a lot of colors. This is a very oh, there's a lot of random shit in here. Oh crap, I need to clean this. This is a very important and useful box. I use this a lot on a daily basis. Not on a daily basis, but a lot. So this is not going to go into the cupboard because there's no space for it. Plus I use it a lot, so I don't want to keep removing and putting it back. It's going to be on this table. I've decided that this table is not going to be able to be used, and I can't help it. There's a lot of stuff now, and I need to use the space for things. Anyway, I don't use it because the internet is not strong in this room, so I can't sit here and work. I used to in 2018 when I just moved in. Maya would work on the bed and I'd work on the table, but I can't now. Plus there's no space for my legs. So okay, Anisha's back. I'm probably gonna stop now. Ayyo, somebody fell down. किसी के साथ भी खेलेगा. I'm gonna try to be quiet because Anisha's in the next room, but I'm going through my suitcase here and going through whatever's inside it. And there is this leather bag I haven't used in a while. There are my trekking shoes that I will need at some point when I go trekking again. These are my Indian clothes. So all of this goes on top of the loft because I don't use it very often. But now I need to empty it for more space. So let's see what's inside this random raincoat here. So this sock is cool and important because the place I stayed in Ladakh, one of our best homestays where we were for about 7 days, I think the longest one, she gave us these hand knitted socks to all of us, me, Karen and Ozzy, a pair of wool from her own sheep. She made these. She gave me a pair and I lost one, but then I found it in Thane. So one is here and one is here, so I'm not going to get rid of this. It's really cool, though I'll never wear it. It's just, memory's sake. So actually it can go in that box. What else was in that bag? Well, there was this Converse jacket that I have. I don't know why I've been storing it. I do use it in the winters, but I have so many jackets. I don't need another one. Even though it's a nice cozy one with a hoodie and stuff, it's time to let it go. I don't want it. There were 2 more bags in it. Did I already put that away? No. 2 more tote bags. Let me show you. Yeah. There was this, which is a mommy bag from our year. I was also saving it for memory's sake, but don't want to do that anymore. There is this bag that my boss at Mami gave me one day. It's a can bag, but like I don't need it anymore, so it's going by. So yeah, I'm trying to make space in the suitcase. I'm trying to put my memorabilia and important documents in that suitcase because that goes on top. So I wanted to have only stuff that I need and that are important. So it's getting emptied of some stuff. I am so exhausted, but I'm getting somewhere. I think it's about 2:30 right now. It doesn't feel like it. It still feels like it's 10:30 or 11 or something. Anyway, that might be a good thing. That might be the coffee working. Let me take you through what I've done. So that part is sorted. It has more of the random paper arty things that I want to use for Copper Boom. Hair straightener, frames, laptop bag. The laptop bag is handy, but since I'm not leaving the house, I don't need the laptop bag. So it's there. All my notebooks, I've divided them into 2 now because when I stacked it up here, I realized it kept slipping off. All my pens, glue and embroidery stuff is iske piche. This is my locker for important stuff. So here are my important documents in these two here. Like it has all my lease, my passport, passport copies, a lot of random shit actually, but important stuff. This is a stack of miscellaneous things that I need in the near future to do something with. So I've called it the pending to do something with pile. you know, it has those postcards that I want to stick up there. It has random magazines that I need to cut out pictures of because I like some films in them, or it's some stuff that I need to courier to some friends that I haven't couriered yet. Random shit like that I need to tackle in the next couple of weeks, but it's not exactly urgent, so it's in that area. That's my hard drive. I haven't I'm gonna talk like this so you can hear me. I haven't touched my hard drive in years now, maybe 2-3 years, which means that there's a lot of shit on there that I don't need. So need to tackle that situation, need to empty it and put stuff that is now important to me, but that is like way in the future. I do not have time for it right now. Do not. It's just something that's been on my to-do list for years, you know, stuff that it takes years to get to. Someday I'll get to it. That's a lot of stuff for FCG, like it's iShoe's camera, it's their hard drives and stuff. I mean, I took it just before lockdown. We didn't know lockdown was going to happen, so it ended up being with me, and I was never able to send it back. This 2 little Theobroma cute boxes that I had bought brownies for myself in once. This is my little Polaroid box. It has all my Polaroid pictures in it. I'm keeping the second one also for the Polaroid pictures only. It's a very cute handy box. I'm so glad it came of use. This is a miscellaneous bag of just random wires and chargers that I found around the house that still work. I tried all of them once in my previous spring clean. They all work, so, and it comes very handy, so it's going to be there in this important kind of valuable locker section. Well, I'm not going to explain that. And this is, I think these are my back medicines. I've kept them safely because in case my back gets fucked up again, I can buy the same medicines. But I don't need this anymore because I have Samantha now, and she's a boss babe. Okay, I need to put this in the folder, which I'll do later. This is good. Oh, you know, I found these Miniso sheets that I think I bought a year ago, and then I stacked them up there back then, and I never found them again, and I became super sad thinking, fuck, I spent money on buying something fancy just to clean makeup. Who does that? I did that. I became a basic bitch, and then I lost it, and I got really sad, and I've been using cotton for the past few months since I lost it, and I finally found it, and I'm so happy, and it fits perfectly there. Someday I'll get to cleaning my earrings and finding all the pairs and putting them in a way that's accessible, but today or tomorrow or next week is not that day. It's going to take a while before I get there. Memory box still lying there. It needs to go on top sometime. So this is another box of stuff, of things I need to tackle sometime in the future. So now I guess I have too many of this category now, but it's basically like it's my old laptop that doesn't work anymore, but has all of my files. It has a lot of my photos and stuff like that, so I need to empty it at some point, for which I even bought a keyboard, because the touchpad doesn't work, the keypad doesn't work, so I have to attach an external keyboard to make it work. I invested in that and I bought it, and I never touched it. In fact, I had asked Sunny for his external keyboard and he gave it to me, and I had it for like 3-4 months. I never got to it, and he got fed up and he was like, I need my keyboard back, so I gave it back to him. So then I eventually bought one. This has a lot of CDs that I bought from Thane. CDs because back in like 2010, or like since much before 2010, when we used to use a digicam, you could only store pictures on a CD drive. There was no, at least I didn't have a hard drive back then or a pen drive. So my mom would take the camera to her office because I think our computer ka USB slot didn't work. So she would take the camera to her office, she'd empty all the pictures, put it on a CD, and she'd bring it back. Which kind of worked out now, because now they're all in one place. I just need to find a computer that has a CD slot, and at some point, not right now, sometime in the future, empty everything into one big hard drive. I'm really excited to do that actually, because they are photos from like over a decade ago, and I really want to look at them, I really want to see them. So yeah, at some point we'll do that. What else does it have? It has the digicam actually that I brought back from home. I need to see if it still works. It has a glue gun. Very random. It's another digicam. I need to buy batteries and see if they work. And these are the photos that Harshal and Nattu gifted me. It's basically photos of us only. It was like they gifted me in 2018. So yeah, it's like a memory thingy, but I want to do stuff with it. Like I want to cut out the pictures and use them. So it's in that box. Next part, very important thing that I've done. All my books are gone, and there they are. Dun, 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 dun. I actually plan to use this, which is a bookkeeping thingy, but it didn't fit there. Like this part would come out of the windowsill, so this is useless piece of shit. So yeah, that's there. Very proud of that. The stuff that was there is this item that my mommy friends gifted me for my birthday in 2018. Unfortunately, I'm sorry Suchin that you're watching this and you gifted this to me, but I have to give it away. It hasn't come of any use to me because the compartments are really tiny, so there's literally nothing I can put in there. It's good for someone that doesn't wear earrings a lot, because then they only have 8 pairs and they can put 1 pair in each. But have you seen the amount of earrings I wear? So yeah, I'm sorry, but this is going. This is something that Ali gave me from Rajasthan way back, maybe in 2016. It's nice except for the fact that okay, now it's rusted and it's so dusty I can never keep it clean. And remember my rant about showpieces? This is a showpiece. Does not serve any purpose, so it's going. He doesn't need to know it's gone. I even gave away Shantaram, the first gift he ever gave me on the first time we ever met, which meant a lot to me because he bought it in front of me and he gave it to me. And I loved that book. That book made me want to start reading again because I was so invested in it for a few months. 48 days, I remember. I took 48 days to read it. But it's a fat ass book and it meant a lot to me in 2015. It doesn't mean a lot to me now. I don't want to read Shantaram again. I don't think I'm attached to it. He even gave me the second part. It's there. The first one, it's called The Mountain Shadow. He gave it to me in 2017, I think. Yeah. When they all came home for my birthday. Very cute. But I mean, I've kept it because I've not read it, but I don't think I'm going to read it. But yeah, at some point I might have to give it away. So yeah, now the only task is to clear this suitcase so that I can start putting stuff on top, because once stuff is on top I can start cleaning all of this. And yeah, then I need to get to my table also. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but I've gotten so far. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, and this drawer is now only for Copper Boom stuff. So there's a lot of tape. There's my cards, rope, measuring tape that I use. There's more stuff that should go in actually, like stuff like this can go in. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this at some point. I'll finish it soon, that part. Oh, and my other Copper Boom stuff. See, it's finally off of there. It's in here. All the envelopes, all the baggies that I use to packet stuff, it's all in here. This is going to go under there once it's clean. So yeah, oh my god, there's still so much to do. Fuck me. Karenge. It turned out to be 1:30 a.m. not 2:30, which is good. I found these little thingies. They're called poise. They're the things that hippies use on the beach to do some kind of hippie stuff. Like, you know, the stuff that you do that way. And then there's two basically, so you have to coordinate and do it and stuff like that. Ali gave it to me when he got it. He got it in Hampi. And one day we were at his house playing with it and he just gave it to me. And he was like, here, have it. It's cute and all, but literally I'm never going to use this. So I'm going to keep it because this is something that really meant a lot to him. So I know someday it's going to come up and he's going to ask me if I have them. And I can't say no because he gave me something that was really valuable to him. So I'll keep it. But yeah, you know, it's just now everything that I have of his and everything that reminds me of him just reminds me of not a very happy part of our friendship. And therefore associates negativity to it. So I want to give this away, but I'm not going to. I'll keep it. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing to dissect about our friendship anymore. It's done, it's over. He's apologized 1,000 times and I know he means it. and we're never going to be friends again. I don't want to. We're at this distance of a friendship where I think it works the best for us, where we're not in each other's lives completely, but we're also not out. We get the important announcements, and that's it. And I think that works. And then we meet maybe once a year when he comes to India. Otherwise, we don't. And I can't have him as a constant friend. It's too far gone now. I don't want it. And Black Boca is here again. He's such a darling. I just see him walking around in the night. He's so beautiful. He's so fucking cute. I don't know where Timothy is. I think he's gone for his midnight vagabonding. I'm just looking at Black Boca here because he's just so fucking adorable. Walking around like a little. Such a bichara Black Boca. He's not one of those aggressive. Psst, psst, psst. Oh, he didn't give a shit. He just kept walking. He's like, every day this bitch calls me, gives me nothing. I'm not going to look at her. Okay, bye, Black Boca. I love you.